All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. We got a pretty interesting thing here to talk about. I want to quickly drop this, and then maybe either tomorrow. I want to gather my thoughts a little bit more, and then probably tomorrow we're gonna get into the video everyone's been waiting for about the 11th anniversary. Dun dun dun. But I just want to try and talk about this first and just at least give a theory of what I think might possibly be happening. I could be wrong on this, but let's go over this. The artificial life form red zone is actually about to go away, right? We could see that 3 days left until it's gone. Oh, let me quickly pull up Rick's tweet as well. By this point, we all are well aware that Rick is insanely oh damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Like reliable, or like we know, like him making a post like that's like very likely legit, very like the word I'm thinking of eludes me. Sorry. 500 years of recording videos, right? The next drop is the 26th. So that does, it lines up perfectly. So again, Rick nailed it again based off of the different signs and clues. The next time we're going to be getting content and events is on the 26th. This will include the Spirit Bomb LRs, by the way, right? They weren't delayed or anything. You could go back a year, like at the end of the 10th anniversary, I would have pulled up a video and I would have targeted probably, I assume a year ago, I was probably talking about like the 24th, 25th, but like 26th, like right there. Like this was the range always that the 8th anniversary LRs were going to be easying, right? So 26 is the next drop. Rick was correct about that. And it does line up perfectly with this. So the data download is going to happen. This is going to go away. And then what's going to happen is it's going to get added to this, to the all-encompassing ultimate red zone. Now, there is a really good thing about this, and that's that it's going to lose attempt limits. Right now, I mean, I would say that Bio Broly, Cell Max, the Metal Cooler Core, the Gammas, I mean, these are some of the trickier fights. I'm seeing some very good players talk about the fact that they actually think that the Gammas fight is not as difficult. And it's like, I could sort of see it. Like, as long as you wouldn't end up in too tough of a situation against turn 2 Gamma 2. But, sorry. But I don't know. The Gamma fight is still annoying with the bombs. It's still a very difficult fight. But right now, I would say the best fights in the game are currently this artificial life form red zone. And I mean, it's not that old, right? These fights are only from January, so it's barely even that old. But they're going to be added to this actual red zone. Now, definitely, right? I think when Dokkan, when they're like divvying up like stone rewards and content and stuff like that, I mean, they're definitely counting, by the way, the red zone and the Supreme Magnificent battles. Yeah, like it's right here in the celebration info. So it started from the 22nd. It's just the problem with this is while it is truthfully a lot of stages, and it did give a really nice amount of stones, and they did even add new missions to this as well. So I saw a lot of people say, well, why didn't they add, new missions? There should be red zone missions. Well, they did. The problem is that they were just all during the countdown. So an easy solution is they drop these missions, but then they could drop further missions with each data download, spread around various like red zone fights, Supreme Magnificent battle fights. That would be fun. Like, okay, we got the Realm of Gods stuff, so like they could have dropped another mission for, like the the Evolution Blue Vegeta and Blue Kaioken Goku stage or something, right? Which would have been that's Universal Survival Saga Stage 4 I'm referring to. This one right here, which is blue. Yeah, this was a very tricky fight when this one first came out. Like they could have added like a mission to that. Like that, that's an easy way to kind of create like engaging content, right? And make people use Realm of Gods, use the new teams and stuff like that. Like it's, it's what they should be doing. So they're going to add the artificial life form to this. It's going to take away attempt limits. But I've always wondered, like, what is the purpose of combining all the red zones? I feel like I don't know if an argument is to like unclutter like the challenge event tab. That was a major thing. Like Dokkan needed to unclutter the tabs. but they successfully did that, I feel. Right? Like they did unclutter the tabs. So I don't think that these red zones like it's not very, I'm not sure what the word is again. Damn, maybe I really woke up stupid today. But like just scrolling through 70 stages, like so I'm wondering if they set it up to where they revamp this, they have all these stages here, all the Supreme Magnificent Battle stages here, and I'm wondering if this is going to tie into the new mode. Now, again, so this was my theory, like when they first did this, before they even talked about the new mode officially, right? The only reason we knew that there was a new mode is because there was demo play of it at the Community Fest, which I was invited to, and I was able to test it out and play the new mode and stuff like that. We could look at this in a second. But I do think maybe this could be why. They might use a feature of the new mode for the Red Zone and Supreme Magnificent Battle. Okay, so we have the brand new mode is coming in mid-March, which makes sense. That's around the time Festival Battles came out last year, by the way. Like something like probably like March 13th or so would be my guess for when this mode is going to come out. It's going to be the day to download before Saiyan Day would be my imagination. Some of you may have noticed. Okay, right here, boom. So at the Community Fest, we did not see this. This is a cutscene. So they did mention, and I think in my little write-up here, I do have it mentioned as well, where new mode is described as a mode where you're able to experience and enjoy the original story, and that's what we could see right here, right? This is Gohan rushing in to save Dende, because Dodoria is killing the Namekian villagers, and Gohan is like, that's enough of this shit. So Gohan steps in to stop Dodoria from killing Dende, right? That's what this is. And then this just looks like, you know, man, I do actually have my device plugged in. I'm doing Wii Event runs while we're doing this. Let me just pause quickly. I'll show what this looks like. All right, guys, coming back here. By the way, Dokkan did know about the Dragon Ball Super remake for years, huh? 100% they knew about the Dragon Ball Super remake for years, because they still have never created a Dragon Ball Super in the Dragon Ball story. They knew the Dragon Ball Super remake was coming, and that's why they didn't do that yet, huh? Has to be. Has to be. Makes no sense why they haven't tapped into Dragon Ball Super yet. Makes no sense. Holy shit, I hadn't even considered, well, I mean, I guess that's only new information. We know that the Moro arc is here. But that screen kind of looks like this. So they did recently take away, what used to be here? It was Chain Battle. So now Chain Battle, I guess, is going to be replaced with the new mode, and then it kind of takes us into, you know, what looks to be at least a little bit of a screen very similarly to that one right there, right? This right there. Now at the Community Fest, again, we did not see this, and we did not see this. I think I mentioned in my post, I mentioned it in video several times. The mode did not seem that close to me. It seemed like it was like very early beta. There was very limited kind of like gameplay or structure to what we were able to do. So this is the map screen I've referred to many times. This actually does look, to me, different from what we saw at the event. Like, it seems as though they change this up at least a little bit for this new mode right here. And then this is exactly the same. This is exactly what it was. Each character has their own individual HP bar. We can move the characters around easily. You know, this increases every turn that you stay with the same team, and the boss gets stronger. Eventually your characters get like sealed and crazy bullshit happens. These are the charges where you could swap and then get like a big like bonus attached to it. And then I think right here, this is your second team that you could swap to. So let's just quickly. So basically, my theory here, what I'm thinking, is that they might use this map feature for the red zones and the Supreme Magnificent Battle. That, I think, is what they're going to do, which is, you know, very similar to Dragon Ball Legends too. They kind of have a structure of events like that. But I could very see. So let's pretend that this is red zone. So like, like we would click into the red zone, and then this would be, the movie red zone, right? And then we'd like slide over, and then there's the Wicked Bloodline red zone, right? That we could hop into, and then the fights would be like displayed on this map like this. That's what I was kind of thinking to why it would make sense for them to add all of the stages in there. It just doesn't really make sense to me to just for no reason make like 100+ stage event. I don't know. It's very bizarre. We could be about to be getting massive information, though, so keep that in mind. Let's just do a quick read-up of what I wrote here. So, new mode as a map remove around seems similar to the type of map Legends use for their events. Remove to each fight. Party of 6 characters, no friend unit used. Team of 6 is split into 2 groups. Each group has their own leader skills active. Each individual character has their own HP bar. Get a game over only when all 6 characters are killed. Characters have normal passives, links, transformations, abilities. Yeah, it was actually funny at the Community Fest because remember, this was for all global players. I believe I was the only JP player that was at the event, but a lot of the stuff was actually not fully translated yet, and so I like some of the global players were a little out of their element. But I've been playing JP Dokkan the whole time. It like didn't bother me. Like I was still well aware of what like the Ginyu Forces links and shit were. It was silly. It was silly. So, yeah, okay, so we have the ability at the start of turn to swap to the second group. And then doing this takes a charge to use. You have 3 charges available. And that's, again, what this blue bar is right there. And you could change and use more charges to get big buffs. Each turn you stay using the same group. The boss increases in difficulty called the intensity meter. That's this little, like, caution symbol thing right there. That's what that is. As the intensity meter increases, the boss hits harder. Eventually, you can cancel your ability to dodge, seal supers, deal massively increased damage, encourage to swap groups, keep the boss from getting too powerful. When we did win, the STR Namek Goku's animation played. Let me just quickly play this to show you guys. So again, because it's very like heavily oriented around the game's original story. So it seems as though they're going to be using like a lot of like super attack cutscenes and stuff like that to kind of like visually do the story. Like maybe like this could be like a better version of the Dragon Ball stories that we just went through. But this right here, this played at the very end of it because it was deep in Namek Saga that we were doing, right? The little like demo they're showing us here. This is the start. This is Krillin and Gohan first arriving on Namek. And then obviously there's, Vegeta versus Kui, and then there's Gohan reaching Dodoria. But we were fighting Frieza at the point we played. Rewards are new customizable card effects you could apply to your characters. Both LR and TR characters were shown with the new effects, and they looked really cool. But, I mean, no information given on this here. So, again, the whole point of this video is twofold. One, it's to mention that the artificial life form red zone is about to go away. So make sure you've done all these stages. I think Nano said he did do these, but remember, this is permanent power level that goes away forever if you don't do these stages. And then they're going to be reset. They're going to be added to the new red zone, and you'll be able to do the artificial life form red zone fights for the first time all over again. That's exactly what's going to happen, right? And there probably will be new missions added to it as well. Maybe probably to the Cell Max fight, which will be tricky, I'm sure. So there will be that. And then that was part 1 of this video, just pointing out how that's going to be added to the red zone event. And then I think my theory is that they might use this map. Maybe it'll be implemented later, but that's what I'm kind of like thinking. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. We're not that far away from this mode dropping. Again, my guess would be it's probably going to be like the 13th or 12th. This is my guess. It's going to be in this range because this week the data download and stuff will be all about Saiyan Day. So it's going to be this week right here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very soon because this week is the 8th anniversary LR Spirit Bomb EZAs. This week is the next Dokkan Fest. And then this week is the new mode. So the next 3 weeks does have very exciting things happening. The characters people care about the most of the anniversary, I would imagine, based on how people have talked about that Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb lately. There's the next Dokkan Fest character. I don't expect anything crazy. Probably like Krillin is my guess. We'll say Dokkan Fest Krillin. And then we will go into the new mode right there. Actually, if it's Namek, Maybe Dokkan Fest Krillin from Namek, and he has like a transformation with the armor or something like that. Maybe something like that. Could be, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.